Good evening. Welcome to Meetings with our community.
Winter is one of the most beautiful times in New York City. That is, for those ready to bear the cold.
This is actually my first time here. That was my friend's suggestion to come here. It's a lovely place, we have a lovely view, and I think it's amazing that we have a chance to enjoy with the Central Park view and also ice skate. And I don't know, it's just amazing. So I suggest everybody to come here and have fun.
Okay, first time was really awesome because it was December 25th, 2012. So I spent my first Christmas in New York here on ice skating rink. So it's really awesome. I recommend everybody to come. It's huge, it's big, you can enjoy yourself and you can take some awesome pictures.
This rink is very iconic. As you can see in back of me, the skylines. It gets very crowded here over the seasons. We're open from the end of October to the first week in April. Now for the holiday, it gets very busy. We offer private lessons, private parties, group lessons, private events, commercials, movie shoots, and it's a beautiful place to work.
I love New York, I love the tree, I love this, all the beauty that you get here. You don't get this every year. Well, not every year, every time of the year. But it's such a great experience. Always have a great time when we come out and just enjoy it, you know?
I'm Michael Strahan, and I love New York. There's no place like it in the world. My favorite thing is the excitement of the outdoors, like rock climbing in the Catskills, rafting in the Adirondacks, surfing on Long Island, or getting your heart racing at Watkins Glen International. Come discover your favorite part of New York. Plan your summer vacation at iloveny.com. There's something for everyone.
Oh wow, just the people, the love, it just seems like it's just a lot of fun.
It's beautiful. I love the tree. I love the energy. It's Christmas, so it's really good.
We come down with 11 other members of our family and come to Bryant Park and ice skate, and we love to go to all the shops and the ambiance with the library, and it's just so beautiful here.
You know, everybody here knows everybody because we come here so often because it's a great place and we have fun and there's like it's like a big family.
How could it be better than this? Unbelievable. We live on Long Island. We come here all the time.
You called it a winter wonderland, didn't you? Yeah.
It's magical. Every year you come, they add more and more people. And on a day like today, the people are smiling. There's not like a mean person in the city. Everyone's loving everything about it.
Ice skating and the tree.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I like when we skate.
Just a haven in the city around all of the big buildings and all the hustle and bustle. It's kind of magical.
Joy. Yeah, joy. It's just laughter and fun, yeah. joy.
The second White House Student Film Festival announces that submissions are now open until January 20th, 2015.
Last February, thousands of students from across the country worked together to create more than 2,500 short films for the first ever White House Student Film Festival. You showed us how you were using technology in your classrooms to connect and explore like never before. And this year, we're doing it again. I'm proud to announce that submissions are open for the second White House Student Film Festival. We're once again collaborating with the American Film Institute, and our theme this year is service and giving back. So whether you're a kindergartner or a high school senior, we want to see how you're making a difference for your communities and doing your part to change the world. You can get all the information at whitehouse.gov/filmfest. So good luck and happy filming. Okay, everybody, that's a wrap. Great work.
The theme of this year's festival is the impact of giving back, and it's open to U.S. students. Congratulations to the Barrios Latino Children's Film Festival. One of the participating films is Canela, a Mexican film by Jordi Mariscal.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Mamá, qué bueno que viniste. Pero, ¿sabes cuál sería el mejor regalo? Que volviéramos a cocinar juntas las tres. Ahora solo tengo que convencer a mi abuelita. ¿Podemos ir al restaurante?
Ya te dije que no vuelvo al restaurante.
Hermanito, ya está hecho. Jocelyn viene al restaurante el viernes. Estuvo muy bien que le pagaras al periodista. Te lo dije. Jocelyn, Rosy Suárez para servirle.
¡Ay, encantada, encantada! Estamos aquí para probar sus creaciones.
Bueno, también las de mi abuelita, ¿verdad? Hola, soy María. Yo lo hice.
Aléjate de la mesa de Jocelyn. Ella vino a probar mi mole y no el mole grasoso de tu abuela y tus galletas deformes. Somos de diferente generación.
Para cocinar bien, no es cuestión de edad, sino de talento. ¿Qué no sabías que las salsas saben más ricas en molcajete?
Con esto es más rápido y más fácil.
Hay que modernizarnos, ¿no cree? Por eso estamos como estamos. Sí, por eso estamos como estamos. Por ver esos programitas de televisión que dicen, esto es malo, esto es bueno. Esto está in y esto está out.
Quiero que les quites el restaurante.
Many New Yorkers don't have access to a vehicle, so schlepping an old TV or computer to be recycled isn't easy. That's why the Department of Sanitation partnered with Electronic Recyclers International to create eCycle NYC. This free and convenient electronics recycling program is for residential buildings over 10 units. Learn more at nyc.gov/ecycle.
I'm organizing for action.
I'm organizing for action.
I'm organizing for action.
This is a grassroots movement.
Literally millions of people.
But the truth is, this isn't for everyone.
We're the people who don't just support progressive change.
We're willing to actually stand up and fight for it.
Change from being paid less because you're a woman.
Change from being denied access to affordable health insurance
because you have cancer.
Or acne.
Change from living in poverty,
even though you work a full-time job.
Change from a climate that's changing.
The point is, these are big fights.
This is about making real, lasting change.
Stuff that is not going to happen on its own.
Not without organizers.
Look, it's always going to be easier to get frustrated and tune out.
Or to sit back and hope somebody else does the work.
We're the ones who refuse to be cynical
about what we can get done.
Trust me, we know what we're up against.
But nothing's more powerful than millions of voices
calling for change.
We've seen it.
We've seen it.
Yes, it's true. We are community organizers.
And we're actually really proud of it.
This movement is the single greatest threat
to the way that the powerful interests in Washington do business.
But it depends on you. It all comes down to a choice.
About how you spend that free hour.
That free afternoon.
About whether you forward that article to a friend.
Or whether you pick up the phone to call your member of Congress.
It's about what's in your gut.
What are you willing to fight for?
Because the big fights require all of us.
All of us.
All of us.
Together, we can keep changing this country for the better.
And I couldn't be prouder to have you
by my side.
By my side.
By my side.
I'm Michael Strahan, and I love New York. There's no place like it in the world. My favorite thing is the excitement of the outdoors, like rock climbing in the Catskills, rafting in the Adirondacks, surfing on Long Island, or getting your heart racing at Watkins Glen International. Come discover your favorite part of New York. Plan your summer vacation at iloveny.com. There's something for everyone.
In many immigrant families, it's common for there to be a mix of immigration and citizenship statuses.
Hi, I'm Denise Siren, and this is Marketplace Matters. If you or someone in your household is a lawfully present immigrant or has another immigration status, you might be eligible for coverage through the Marketplace. In many immigrant families, it's common for there to be a mix of immigration and citizenship statuses, incomes, ages, and health care needs. While lawfully present immigrants and U.S. citizens can apply to the Marketplace, those without an eligible immigration status may not. If you or your children are not eligible for Marketplace coverage, you may still qualify for Medicaid or the Children's Health Insurance Program. Rest assured that during the application process, any information we collect through the Marketplace will never be used for immigration enforcement purposes. We only ask for your immigration status to determine your eligibility into the program. Family members, including you, who are not applying for health coverage for themselves will not be asked if they have eligible immigration status. Information on your application also won't impact your loved ones from getting a green card in the future. If you'd like to apply for health coverage through the Marketplace or find out if you or your children are eligible, log on to healthcare.gov or call us at 1-800-318-2596. If you need someone to help you with your application, you can localhelp.healthcare.gov or again, call us at 1-800-318-2596. Don't miss out on the latest news and updates from the Marketplace. Here's how to stay connected.
Do you receive a tax credit or qualify for one through the health insurance marketplace? Crystal Park will explain about your eligibility.
Hi, I'm Crystal Park, and welcome to Marketplace Matters. Now that you have health coverage through the Marketplace, you might think you're done. Sometimes things change in your life throughout the year, like your income potentially affecting your Marketplace coverage and savings. When you applied through the Marketplace, you may have qualified for a tax credit that you use to lower your monthly premium costs. Your eligibility for a tax credit was based on the household size and income you reported on your Marketplace application. If you have life changes throughout the year, it's important for you to report them to the Marketplace as soon as possible, because those changes can affect the savings you qualify for. Let's take a look at Valerie's situation. Valerie reported on her marketplace application that she was going to make $25,000 this year. But then she changed jobs and her salary increased to $44,500. Since Valerie's income increased, the amount of tax credit she's eligible for is lower. Valerie was also receiving a cost-sharing reduction to help her pay out-of-pocket costs like deductibles and co-payments. But since her income increased, Valerie is no longer eligible. By reporting an increase in income to the marketplace as soon as a change occurs, Valerie will lower her chance of having to pay money back on her federal income tax return next year. Let's look at a different scenario. Susan works on commission, and her income is hard to predict. She entered $25,000 as her yearly income on her marketplace application, but by the summer it was clear she would be making less than that. Reporting this change can help Susan lower her monthly premiums even more each month, and she may qualify for a special enrollment period, allowing her to enroll in new health coverage outside of the yearly open enrollment period. These changes might also make a difference in the amount she pays for health services. Or she may qualify for other programs like coverage through Medicaid or the Children's Health Insurance Program, otherwise known as CHIP. Changes in your household size can also affect your costs. If Valerie gets married or has a baby, it may affect the amount of tax credit she qualifies for. She might be able to get more savings on her monthly premiums, and in some cases, she may qualify for a special enrollment period to enroll in a new plan. On the other hand, if Valerie's household gets smaller, like if she gets a divorce, places a child for adoption, or loses a dependent, the amount of her tax credit may decrease, and she might have to pay money back on her income tax return if she doesn't report the changes. Remember, the new information you report could make you eligible for a premium tax credit and cost-sharing reduction for the first time, change your existing tax credit amount, or qualify you for new coverage through another program. Your premium tax credit also could end if you are no longer eligible. If you have coverage through the marketplace now and you need to report a change, you have two options. First, you can go online to healthcare.gov and log in to your marketplace account, or if you don't have one, you can create an account. When you get there, select your submitted application and then select Report a Life Change from the menu on the left. Or second, you can always call the Marketplace call center at 1-800-318-2596 and speak to a customer service representative about reporting a life change. Don't miss out on the latest news and updates from the Marketplace. Here's how to stay connected.
Well, if you look at the leadership team on the Republican side, you'll see that most of us had some involvement in a small business along the way. And so we understand the challenges that small business people face each and every day. And our job is to try to get the federal government out of the way so that businesses can succeed.
The idea with Brain City has always been in the analogies that the structures and the functions of the brain have to the real world around us. My idea was to bring it into this space, into this canyon of Times Square. This is the crossroads of the world, and this project for me really was the crossroads of the brain, bringing these projects together. All the imagery that you're going to see represents different approaches to mapping the brain, but to understand this thing, the brain, we need to all work together.
Noah Hutton came to us and he had this project that he wanted to communicate about the work that he'd been doing over the last 5 years with these leading neuroscientists. And he wanted to be able to have us take a journey through the brain, but then also explain all of the kind of metaphors of mapping and systems and infrastructures that are so rich here in Times Square. And what we did is we actually worked together to have one piece that is a midnight moment, another piece that's going to be explored through the construction fencing on the mesh for the next few months, and a website that he actually created that allows one to connect these ideas in the city and the brain together.
The animations that we make about the brain, we do that for planetariums and 3D theaters, but actually seeing it in Times Square, what's different is that the displays are everywhere. You know, there's all these different planes of focus. It's pretty powerful.
Well, you're seeing 3D renderings of neurons from the retina of a mouse. So the retina is the sheet of neural tissue at the back of your eye. So you're seeing those neurons magnified to a huge scale. He wanted to interview me as a subject for his documentary, but then he realized that iWire, the project that I founded at MIT and run, could produce images that were beautiful enough to be in his movies, in his videos. So it became a collaboration.
There are analogies of structure. The brain pathways are organized like a grid, and these analogies begin to emerge each time we find out something new about the brain. I tried to pair first a Google Earth zoom in to Times Square that turns into a fly-through of the brain column, and just to get people thinking about the connections between inside and outside worlds. This is inspired by a long-term film I'm making, a documentary about brain research. It's like Boyhood for the brain. I'm doing it over 15 years because we're living in kind of a golden age of brain research now.
Small businesses are the core of America's economy, and Small Business Saturday offers a special reminder each year about the importance of supporting local businesses in your home community.
Spend a couple of moments thanking you and encouraging you in the work you do, but first, giving credit where credit is due. It is a very good idea if you want to make progressive social change to elect a progressive mayor. But a progressive mayor only gets you so far. You need a progressive city council if you really want to make fundamental and lasting change. And I have to tell you, the partnership that I've experienced with Melissa Mark Viverito has been extraordinary. It's been everything I could ask for in terms of a sense of commitment, a sense of shared vision, and a relentlessness. One thing I deeply appreciate about Melissa, and you'll see this in her work, she is not patient when it comes to the problems we face in our society. She feels urgency. And to have a partner in government who matches our urgency and pushes us, in fact, to keep focused and go farther has been one of the reasons we've achieved what we've achieved. It's not just that with her leadership, this city council has moved so many important pieces of legislation and moved so many important acts in tandem with the administration. It's that Melissa's been a voice of conscience and a real clarion call to progressives in this city. And I want to just thank her for that leadership. It's been indispensable to the changes that we've made in this city. Thank you, Melissa. And I want to thank Brad Lander. I know Brad's been deeply involved with this organization. You know, there is nothing more personal than who takes over the city council district you represent. And Brad has done a great, great job as a council member for the district that is still my home, even though I'd like to say I have been temporarily relocated to government housing in another facility. My home and my heart are still in Brooklyn, and Brad is doing a great job as a representative of that district, but he's also been a great progressive leader on a host of issues and someone who understands the power of organizing progressives both locally and nationally. Let's thank Brad for all he is doing. Want to thank a colleague who's been also a great progressive voice in the City Council, and we've partnered on many, many important pieces of legislation and other actions. Corey Johnson of Manhattan, thank you. I cannot tell a lie. I do not know Nick Licata. I know he's a council member from Seattle. I know he is the chair of Local Progress, and I thank him for that, but I can tell you that just judging from what Seattle's achieved, I already like Nick Licata. And I like Nick Licata's name. I just have to say that, Nick. A little solidarity moment here, calling out the ancestors. Want to thank all of you and welcome all of you and just thank you for the work you do. We all reference each other. We all build upon each other's work. Seattle, I'm going to tip my cap, and I hope Seattle, I've said this to Mayor Murray as well, I hope you appreciate that we bow before you here in the largest city in the country, and we look with great respect at what you've achieved. But I think it's true with so many cities. What we have been able to do here has largely been informed and energized by actions taken in other cities. And I hope we're doing that and helping some of that to occur elsewhere as well. There's an incredible sort of implicit collegiality and an implicit movement that has been created among progressives all over the country through actions at the local level. I think we need to organize it more deeply. I know I'm preaching to the converted on that front, but it's happening. It's happening every day implicitly. It's having huge impact, and so many people in this room are a part of that. I want to thank you. I also want to thank colleagues that we've turned to here in this city as allies who have helped us to organize on a host of issues. Particularly want to thank Andrew Friedman, the Executive Director of the Center for Popular Democracy, for all the work he's done on this convening. And you'll be hearing from a lot of folks who are part of the work we do here. I want to single out one of the panelists you'll be hearing from later this morning, my counsel, Maya Wiley, who is lurking in the back, who will tell you a lot about what we are working on. But let me just say something very brief, but I think to the point about this work. The reality for progressives, I've felt this throughout my entire life, is implicitly history's on our side. The people are on our side. Sometimes the only problem is we have trouble seeing it.
Many New Yorkers don't have access to a vehicle, so schlepping an old TV or computer to be recycled isn't easy. That's why the Department of Sanitation partnered with Electronic Recyclers International to create eCycle NYC. This free and convenient electronics recycling program is for residential buildings over 10 units. Learn more at nyc.gov/ecycle.
Thank you for watching Meetings with Our Community. We hope that you have enjoyed our show, and we hope to see you next week.